Another area that seems to always come up now is this idea of 0 days, and the term I think meant a lot more a few years back, but now it's used a lot more loosely. Yeah, I'm curious in terms of the use of the term 0 day. What is it to you? This question is for Alexei. In terms of what's the correct definition of a 0 day attack, and how do attackers use an exploit, a 0 day exploit, to target a vulnerability?
So the way I see a 0 day exploit is it's actually a piece of code that exploits a software vulnerability for which no solution or no fix exists at the moment the exploit is being used. And it's some sort of catch-all definition. There are different types of software vulnerabilities out there. Some are dangerous, some are extremely dangerous. For example, remote code execution, local privilege escalations are among the most dangerous vulnerabilities out there because they allow the attacker to execute code in a context where no code should be executed. And the privilege escalation vulnerability allows the code to be executed not only in the context of the user, the logged on user on the machine, but as the administrator, so it can cause way more damage. And these 0 day exploits, they are used by the attackers mostly to trigger or to successfully achieve an infection. This is the hard part. To actually infect your targets is the difficult point of entry, and then they can install whatever malware, doing whatever nefarious purpose or action they want to. So it's really about the point of entry in the victims.
That's fascinating. But the vast majority of these 0 day exploits, how widespread are they? Is this something that is low in number?
It's low in number, but during the time where they are being used, they are extremely effective. So it's not necessarily a question of how many of these exist, but how much damage each can cause.
So 0 days themselves can be extremely dangerous, simply because there's virtually no way to address them.
Exactly, and even I want to talk a bit about WannaCryptor here. The way I think everyone knows about WannaCrypt or WannaCry right now.
WannaCry, the ransomware, right?
The ransomware, exactly, that spread around the world like a fire in the last couple of weeks. And the way this ransomware was spreading was through an exploit that worked over the network, and this exploit was for a vulnerability for which a fix was available for over 2 months prior to the apparition of this ransomware. So it was not a 0 day, and you can see how much damage it did. Can you just imagine if at the time WannaCryptor was released, if there was no fix for the vulnerability, the damage would have been considerably worse.